Welcome back to another episode of What Am I Doing Today? We've got a 20,000 mile service on this GLS450. And we'll do a brake flush. Eight liters of oil. And the dust. Yuck. Next, we've got this 2011 E350. Needs a brake vacuum sensor. Well, this should be a quick one. Yeah, there it is. Alright, got the new one here. Alright. Next, we've got a 2017 E300 with a flashing tire pressure light. It needs a sensor. And we'll teach them in. Next, we've got this 2022 S500 and for a handful of things. First thing we're gonna do is fix that. Just like that. Ooh. There we go. We're gonna fix this. Get that lined up. Make sure those are all in place. And this one. And last but not least, link rods. New. Then you take this like that. Then you take that, put it there, and do it again on the other side. This video is getting a little long, so I'm not going to record it. And the last thing I'm going to do today is place this little LED that goes back there. So the first thing I need to do is get this door handle off. And pull this guy out. And then just do that. So we got to get this door panel pulled off. There's that. Fold it in place. Just like that. Just like that. There it is. Just snaps in place. Plug it in. And just do it all over again. Before you go completely back together, put a rag over your rain light sensor and just unlock the car. You see, we got lights.
So a big problem you'll see on these modern GLSs is that the seats actually start getting messed up here. Leather in these seats is so soft that every time you're getting in and out of the car, you're going to be crushing this bolster. And it's not that bad on this car yet, but we saw some cars on the lot when we were looking for GLS 450s and they had this completely messed up. Now, how does this happen? Well, my boy Blank made a video on this before, and it's actually every time you're getting in and out of this car, if you're just rolling over this, you're just going to wear it down a lot over time. Now, on my BMW, which is a lot older, it's not actually that bad yet, but this leather is also nowhere near as soft and the car also isn't as high. Now, if you want to avoid this from happening, you definitely want to do your leather conditioning and cleaning, but mainly when you're getting in and out of the car, you want to be mindful that you're not just rolling over it. Try to step over it into the seat. And I'll definitely admit that on a larger car like this, it is pretty difficult to not touch this when you're getting in and out because it's so high up, but luckily that's why we have air suspension so we can actually lower the car. This Mercedes leather is just so soft, so you have to be careful and keep up on its maintenance, and especially in that white color, you're going to see the wear a lot quicker, so you want to definitely be mindful of this. Now make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you guys experienced this on your Mercedes? And also make sure to hit the cruise control is usually a really cool feature in modern cars, but the way Mercedes does it is horrible. Just the other day I was driving this GLS 450 here on the highway using the adaptive cruise control, and usually it's great, you know, it starts braking when there's a car in front of you, and it can even steer for you completely, which means you basically have to do nothing. But the problem with this is that the car also reads speed limit signs on the side of the road, and it's not that good at reading. So at one point in the highway, there's a sign that said speed minimum 40 miles per hour, and the car read that as speed limit 40 miles per hour. So the car literally slammed on the brakes going like 80 miles an hour trying to get back down to 40, and luckily the highway was pretty empty because that could have been bad if someone was behind us, and this car was essentially brake checking them. Now I believe you might be able to actually change this in the settings here with traffic sign assist, but you can see just how many driver assistance packages packages this car has and how dangerous that can actually be in certain situations. All of these different systems are great when they were working properly, but in certain situations they can definitely become dangerous, like imagine a construction zone. And especially when the car itself has full control of its throttle and steering, you never know what could happen. Now this definitely reminded me that newer technology is not always better, but let me know if this has happened to any of you guys or if you have a fix.
All right, this week I'm driving the Mercedes-Benz GLS, and for the most part, I really like this 3-row SUV, but there are two big things that really bother me about this vehicle. So let's see what those things are. Now, the first thing that bothers me is going to be this right here, and this is what can adjust your screen. Now, the good news is this is also redundant controls here, so you can have a touchscreen as well as use this. So this in itself isn't what actually bothers me. What bothers me is the placement of this with the cup holders. I took a road trip during the test week, and every time I put something in the cup holders, I was touching this, I was changing radio stations, and I was always doing this because I was hitting that while I was trying to get to that. So the placement of this and the cup holders isn't ideal. So I don't know, maybe if they put the cup holders here and move this up, but I don't know. Why do they even need this? I don't even think they need it anymore because redundant touchscreen. But the placement of this was just not good. Go back to the third row to see the other thing that bothers me. While the third row of this vehicle is relatively comfortable and some of the best seats in the house actually with lots of good stuff, here's the thing that bothers me. And it's not the fact that the moonroof doesn't come all the way back. Nope. Do you see what's missing here? There are no air vents back here. And that, in a luxury vehicle, is a huge miss.